Hey crafty friends, this is Jenny from crafttestamies.com, and today I want to introduce you to a really great supply that maybe you haven't tried yet. These are Shiva Artist Paint Sticks, and what they are is they are paint, oil paint specifically, in a stick form, which makes it really versatile and it makes it a lot more accessible to people like me. I'm not an artist with an extensive knowledge of oil painting, but I can use oil paints in a stick form. It's like a bar. So when you get them, you're going to notice, oh, they come in different sizes too. If you want to kind of get your feet wet, you can get these cute little packs that have a set of 3, or you can get 1 bar at a time, or as you can see here, I actually bought a whole set of metallics because I like to own all the candy. I'm not going to deny it. But when you get them, you're going to find that if you try and use them, you don't get hardly any color like this. And because it has a skin on it, because it's an oil paint, it actually kind of dries out, but not like an acrylic does. An acrylic, you know, if that dries up, it's just gone and dead. But if you just scrape off the top or the skin of an oil paint, just like this, if you just take off that little bit, what you are left with underneath is this beautiful, pure, creamy color. And now you can see I've done a little bit of silver here. You can put it right on your paper and it's really nice and creamy. And look, I can even blend it with my finger right on the paper like that. Pretty. So that means that you can either use a brush and pick it up and then use it like through a stencil, or you can, like I said, rub it right on top. So for example, right here, this is some lovely embossed cardstock. You can just lightly go over the top like this. Now let's talk about drying times, because oil paint takes longer to dry than acrylic paint. So if you're doing this on a fabric or on paper, you're going to want to let this sit overnight. I'm just saying. I mean, it's not going to be like, obviously it's not wet and drippy, but it will be smudgy. I mean, for about a day. But this is a metallic. Isn't that pretty? Has just such a nice effect to it. But some of the ways I really love to use oil paints, paint sticks specifically, is on fabric. So here's an example where you can take an unmounted red rubber stamp and a piece of fabric, like so, and just lay it over the top like so, and I kind of smooth it out with my fingers, and then using the oil stick, the paint stick, going in one direction and pushing away from me, you can just gently buffer over the top and see how the texture is coming up through the fabric. Then you can even switch colors and blend right as you go and add those extra colors. So I'm working on a review right now from a Laura Murray, or of a Laura Murray stamp set and book, and this is one of her red rubber stamps. And so what I'm doing is I'm making these images, and then what I'll be doing is cutting them out and layering them using the Shiva Paint Sticks. Let me show you. This is a sheet that I worked on earlier in the day. So again, I'm not worried about it really even smudging, but to make sure that it's really ready to be heat set and cut apart, I'm gonna let it set overnight. So this is great for like baby onesies too, because here's the thing, unlike acrylic paint, Shiva Paint Sticks allow the fabric to stay completely like it was before you painted it, which means there's absolutely no crunchiness, there's nothing that changes the hand of the fabric, which makes it great for quilts and wearables. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little overview of Shiva Paint Sticks. I'll hope you consider trying them out, because really they are just a lot of fun. They are a little on the pricey side, and I just mean that like compared to a 99-cent bottle of acrylic paint, you're going to spend, you know, maybe $5 per paint stick. But I have had these paint sticks, these metallic ones, for literally 10 years, and I can still peel off the skin and continue using them. So they just last forever. And they're good for so many things. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and we'd love it if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will see you around the crafty webs at www.crafttestdummies.com.